Hey everyone, my name is Taylor. I'm going to show you how I cover my acne and redness every single day. I've been dealing with acne for so long that I have learned a lot of tips and tricks along the way, a lot of trial and errors, and I have finally perfected a routine that works for me. I can't wait to show you guys, so without further ado, let's get going with the video. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to be using is primer. I'm going in with the MAKIAGE. This is the No Filter. It's a smoothing, blurring primer. It's so good for acne prone skin. So I'm just going to smooth this out. A little bit goes a long way. Okay, so as you can see, I do have a lot of redness. My secret to this, to cover it, is I use a green concealer. This is very good. It color corrects and hides the redness. And it does this because on the color wheel, red and green are completely across from each other. That means they're complementary colors. When you use a color that complements the other, it's going to cancel out. So the reason why this works so well is because green cancels out red. And I'm just going to apply it all over my redness areas. Okay, so now I'm looking a little crazy, but now it's time to blend everything out. I'm just using a little stippling brush. I feel that that works the best. And I kind of want to tap and buff at the same time until it completely neutralizes. And as you can see already, it's completely getting rid of that redness. Okay, so now that I am primed, I've neutralized my redness, it's time to use foundation. I'm using the MAKIAGE Woke Up Like This foundation in the shade 30. I love this foundation. I love its coverage, and it's also very breathable. So I like to use a flat brush like this one because it really applies your foundation evenly without disrupting your primer and color corrector. And then when I really want to blend it all together, I'll go in with a little buffing brush. I use this one by Tarte. I really like how flawless it makes my skin look, and it works really well with this foundation. I'm going to just keep really pressing the foundation into the skin until I get the coverage I want. I'm going to finish up top here, forehead, so everything is all even and covered. Okay, so now that I've applied my foundation, I'm ready for some concealer. I need to just brighten my under eyes and just conceal some extra areas of my face. I'm using the MAKIAGE BFF Perfecting Concealer. This is in the shade 2. And for the same technique I use for my foundation, I do with my concealer. I go in with a smaller flat brush, as you can see, and I apply it that way under my eyes, so it's a smooth application and it's even. The other side. All right, and I'm just adding a little extra concealer to my forehead, bridge of my nose, chin, upper lip, just for some extra highlight. I'm gonna use the same brush I used for my foundation. I really like how it just blends all together. All right, so I just wanna make sure that everything stays in place throughout the day. So I'm gonna set all of this with a powder. I'm using this Moly Cat's Wink Clear Pact. This is in the shade number 1. It's a really good setting powder, and I like the color to it. It's not too white to where it's translucent, but it's also not like that yellow banana. It's beautiful, and it really just gives off a really nice sheer light finish, but it also will keep everything in place and not let oil through. So I like to start with my under eyes. And I'm also just gonna use this big flower brush. This is my large powder brush, and I just like to dust some extra powder in larger areas of my face, such as my cheeks, and just the side of my face and the side of my forehead. Now time to add some warmth to my face. I'm using the MAKIAGE Waka Mineral Baked Bronzer. This is such a good bronzer, very well balanced, and gives my skin a really nice warm glow. But it's also not too shimmery to where it accentuates my pores. I'm gonna go in with a large fluffy brush. I like to go in and kind of tap and then move it lightly because I don't want to disrupt my face makeup. I also like to bring this down to my neck. Make sure everything is blended. All right, now time for some highlight. I'm using my Anastasia Amrezy highlighter. I love this highlighter, so beautiful. I'm gonna do my under eyes real quick. Now time for the lips. I'm just gonna use this lipstick by Ofra Cosmetics. Just gonna set all of this now. I'm using a setting spray by Rimmel London. This is a Stay Matte. It's so good. All right guys, well that's it. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. This is how I cover my acne and redness every day. Hopefully you learned some things, and thank you for watching. Bye.